If you have been keeping up with Apple lately, then you know they released 3 different videos for the 3 computers, which is the iMac, the Mac Mini, and the MacBook Pros. We're gonna talk about what's new, what are some of the coolest things, and who's gonna benefit the most from these devices. So make sure you take a seat and enjoy the video. Now, the iMac is an interesting device just because it already got an update with the M3 chip, and now we got the M4. So if you already upgraded to the M3 chip, most likely you don't need to upgrade to the M4. But let's talk about some of the things they said on this video. The first thing is that we have quote-unquote new colors, which is something that the iMac is known for having a variety of colors. So we have pink, which is new, but purple, blue, and green we already had. They just look a little bit different, but now in total we have 7 colors, which is a lot to choose from, but it allows you to have more personality and express yourself a lot better in your setup. Here's a picture from the Apple Hub with all the colors. The new colors are the ones that are lighter. If you guys don't follow the Apple Hub, I recommend you guys to stay updated with Apple stuff. But we have blue, purple, pink, orange, yellow, green, and silver. Now that the colors are out of the way, we have to talk about the highlight of the video, which is the M4. And I'm not getting super technical here. Just know Apple compares the chips to the oldest chips, but they do put an emphasis on comparing it more to the M1. Now, yet again, not getting too technical here, but the M4 chip has a 10-core CPU, which makes it 1.7 times faster than the M1 and 1.3 times faster than the M3, which is nothing crazy comparing it to the M3. The M4 also gets a 10-core GPU, which is twice as fast as the M1, but only 1.1 times faster than the M3, which yet again, nothing crazy when you compare it to the M3. It also has a new neural engine, which is 3 times as fast. And to summarize all this, it is a significant change when you compare it to the M1. Nothing too crazy when you compare it to the M3, but all this together with the new neural engine opens the door for a better gaming experience when you're playing more intensive games on your iMac, if you play games on your iMac. Moving on to the display, for an extra $200, we have a new nano texture display option, which will help you with glare and reflections while maintaining the quality. We also have a new 12 megapixel camera that will keep you in frame, and it supports desk view, which gives you this sort of top-down shot, which is super convenient if you want to show something on your desk or your hands or something like that. And last but not least, this is something they should have done a long time ago. Now it comes standard with 16 gigabytes of RAM instead of 8. Thank you. This is something that I appreciate a lot. Now, also keep in mind that during this whole video series, Apple put an emphasis on Apple Intelligence, which all these new devices have, including the Mac Mini, which in my opinion is the best deal and the hypest thing out of the 3 announcements. So let's get to it right now. What they did with the Mac Mini is actually incredible. First of all, this thing starts at $600 with the M4, and you also get an option with 24 gigabytes of RAM with the M4 Pro. Also, this thing is tiny. I mean, this thing is 5x5, which is way smaller than the previous Mac Mini. So if you're looking for something that's gonna be stationary in your desk, that's not gonna take a lot of space, this is something good to look at. Also, upgrading to the M4 Mac Mini is a lot more tempting, especially if you come from an Intel Mac Mini or you have an M2, just because we didn't really get an updated M3 Mac Mini. Now, without getting super technical here as well, the 10-core CPU on the Mac Mini is 1.8 times faster than the M1 and 1.6 times faster than the M2, which are pretty close together. Now, when it comes to the GPU, it's 2.2 times faster than the M1 and 1.4 times faster than the M2. And keep in mind that this graph is based on World of Warcraft's performance, so it might change depending on the game. The Mac Mini is also getting ray tracing for the first time, so if you like to play games on your Mac Mini, it'll be a lot better. The Mac Mini also comes with 2 USB-C front ports, which this will make things a lot easier and more convenient. And in the back, we get 3 Thunderbolt 5s, which will give you transfer speeds of up to 120 gigabytes. Wow. To be completely honest, the people who will benefit the most are the ones upgrading from an Intel Mac Mini to the M4 Mac Mini. Apple says their performance on the M4 Mac Mini will be up to 13 times faster than the Intel Mac Mini, so this is huge. Especially with Apple Intelligence and all the AI tools that you get, this will make the experience a lot better when it comes to using the Mac Mini. And for those of you who want to go crazy with the Mac Mini, there is an M4 Pro version with 24 gigabytes of RAM, and it has a 14-core CPU and a 20-core GPU, so this thing will handle pretty much everything that you throw at it. So like I said before, if you want the M4 version of the Mac Mini, that'll be $600, starting with 16 gigabytes of RAM. And if you want the M4 Pro version with 24 gigabytes of RAM, that'll be $1,399, which is a decent deal, give or take. Let me know what you guys think. Now, they did make an announcement with the M4 MacBook Pros on it, but that deserves a video of its own. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you want to see that video. Stay tuned for that. And to be completely honest, if you stay all the way towards the end, I appreciate you. You're awesome. If you have any questions or anything, drop them down in the comments, and see you soon. than you think with another video. Peace out.